I'm Matt Cashore. I'm class of 1994 and one of the university's staff photographers. Part of the job is going to a variety of places, some of which are lesser known or even off limits. We're going to take you to 3 of those unseen places right now. Dun 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 dun. So for something that has a lot of appeal, not very scenic. Every time they build a new building, they build new steam tunnels, right?
We added not quite a mile on the south end of campus, and then we added a new tunnel going out of the power plant. But every time we build tunnels to it first.
You shine that flashlight right at me. Cool. I often say the campus is my jungle gym.
Because this is all like fiber optic and all of that is up here in this cable tray.
All the emails. All the emails right here.
And come out right in the basement of the library.
That was a 5-minute walk. All right, now the hard part, find our way out of the building. How you doing, man? Good to see you. This is the Rad Lab, and on the campus tours, I always hear the tour guide saying, nobody ever goes in or out of this building. Let's go shatter that myth. Another basement. So this is where my terrible sense of direction legitimately kicks in. I can't remember if it's on this side of the hall or this side of the hall. Found it. So in the Rad Lab, pretty sure these are light switches. Always just a little bit cautious in the Rad Lab when I flip switches. This is a Vandograph, which is a kind of generator. I'm not really sure what it does, but it conveniently looks like a football. And some Notre Dame notables have visited it and signed. Dan Devine, Joe Theismann. I know the Rad Lab was built around the early 60s. Some parts of the building look like they haven't been touched. And the other day, in fact, one of the researchers had dug up a photo shot in the room we were in when it was dedicated. And I held up the photo of the room from 1962, and I looked at the room we were in, and it hadn't changed one bit. Somewhere around here, I bet there's a phone connected to a wall. One constant in my work, stairs. All right. They even put my middle name on it. I may have a terrible sense of direction, but I'm not afraid of heights. And if you are, this is the place that's going to get you. Because this is where the catwalk ramp goes up, at the same time the seating bowl goes down. So the sense of gaining altitude as you go up here is particularly acute. This is some of my equipment that I use at basketball games. This is a camera that lives up here 365 days a year. And if the arena were set up for basketball, this would be looking right over the hoop. During the game, you just sort of have a sense of what the picture might look like through this camera, and you're anticipating that action and imagining what it might look like. And I have a trigger either taped to my camera in my hand, and I'll shoot a picture from the floor, and I won't know what it's going to look like until after the game when everyone's off the court and I can come up and grab the card. And sometimes it's a winner, and sometimes it's nothing. First came up here as a student in 1993, working for the yearbook. I asked the sports information director if I could put some cameras and some lights up here, and he said sure, but I didn't realize at the time that the sports information director doesn't own the catwalk. The sound and lighting guys own the catwalk. And I met the sound and lighting guy real quick and just about got thrown off of the catwalk, not literally. And it took some years to build up the trust that I was gonna do what they told me and do it safely and not be messing around. And you know, it wasn't a credential that got me up here, it was trust. And I work hard to keep that trust and be safe. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed 3 lesser seen places on campus. But the cool thing about campus is they're always building more campus. And there are new unseen places.